Now, going through your journey from, you dropping out of Central in 2000, and you were talking about how most of your friends were settling down and getting homes, and their families are there, and when I look back over your interviews, a lot of it to me was, you spoke life, you spoke prophecy of yourself, and you kept yourself going, despite, selling all these beats that, most of them not, doing anything, but your 1,200 beat goes to Jay-Z.
Right.
And you said, maybe 30 of those were only paid.
Right.
That experience for people who are, coming up and, inspiring, what else about that journey do you remember that just, you're still shocked about, that you hear now that, you just can't believe?
It's just, I guess, the biggest thing about living in NC and going to college is the dropping out aspect. You know what I mean? Just, I think for those of us who go to college, we're in there because we want to, better ourselves. But at the same time, we're in there for our parents. And to look your mom and dad in the face and say, I'm quitting, and also look them in the face and say, I'm quitting to do beats. And they're looking at you. My mom and dad are 30 years older than me, right? So they're looking at me like, what? These are children of Motown, and they're like, what's that? Like, what DJ? What's that? And to drop out and feel the pressure from, not necessarily pressure from your friends, but just you gotta, at the time I had two friends was going for their PhD, one getting their Juris Doctorate. You know what I mean? I'm supposed to take that path. Instead, I'm in Raleigh, in a house, in a 2-bedroom house, living with 6 people, and sleeping on the floor. And just to go through that, that's why I'm not, anybody from my label will tell you, I'm not big on excuses. I'm not big on, I can't do it. I know it all sounds like a fairy tale when people say, you can do it. Like, you really, law of attraction is something else. That's all I can say. It's something else.
Now, going back to one of you said your artists, with Chapel Hill, I heard you're a big Michael Jordan fan.
Yeah.
And you're a Duke fan.
Yeah.
How does that work?
I feel like that's the only mistake he made in his life. People make mistakes, nobody's perfect, but what's crazy about that is, I'm so against that him going to Carolina, I can't name you one stat of him being at UNC. I just, how you put stuff out your memory like that, like it didn't happen. I saw the shot, you know what I mean, but I just didn't follow him like that at Carolina.
Now, how do you craft your signature on beats? When you're listening to different songs, and like on the beat, Justice beat, a for real beat. Like when you're listening to Destiny's Child, like your beat is just different from everybody else's. Like,
right.
How do you craft your signature in music?
I don't know, man. It's just I guess just thinking about like James Brown, right, and Earth, Wind and Fire, and Tribe, who I feel like is our generation's Earth, Wind and Fire. We just come from that long line of that sound. It's more of it's not necessarily a sound, it's a feeling. And that feeling can be expressed, whether it be me, whether it be the new kid, K Tronada, whether it be Anderson Paak, whether it be rap, whether it be, Kendrick. There's a euphoric feeling that Tribe gave me, that Pete Rock and CL gave me, that certain Earth, Wind and Fire songs gave me, that Don't Disturb This Groove gives me, right? So that's the feeling that I'm trying to chase. And that's the feeling that I started to chase in the beginning anyway. If it didn't give me that feel good, I just didn't want to make it.
Now you said They Reminisce Over You is your favorite song.
Yeah.
Where were you when you first heard that song and you was like, this is it forever?
I was at a friend of mine's house. We're in high school, and this is at the time where, for the kids in the room, this is the no internet time, and this is the time where you truly, when you hear a song on TV now, it's probably been on the internet for a year, right?
Right.
But when you saw a video on TV for the first time in 1992, that's probably the first time a lot of people heard. There's nobody looking at TV like, oh, I heard that song before. No, this is the first time. And you know, I was real big in the Spike Lee films, still am, and the video looked like a Spike Lee movie to me. Right? It just didn't look like just a regular video. The way it was cut, the way it was whatever, it looked like a Spike Lee film. So I saw it and I was like, wow, you know what I mean? But it was Pete Rock's personality in the video is what I was attracted to or drawn to, because he was the music dude, right? And so that's what it was like. That it just totally changed everything.